Good morning and good evening. Duterte power always let's support our President Duterte and always with you Tatai and keep doing the right thing as you always doing it and we support you always. From here from Europe and from all over the world, you have a lot of supporters from Kano and from everywhere. Half Kano and Filipino. Duterte power. I just want to say thank you for a lot of people who just see my videos. Also, like I said, I'm not professional doing videos and all kind of stuff, but I don't do editing like some other people do. I don't have much time to do editing. As I say it, as I do my videos, that's how it goes, that's how it is. I apologize if there's anything, repeated or anything like that, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's why people do editing, and then if they do editing, they cut bits and pieces from it. And I don't do that. That's how I am, that's what I do, and what you see, what you get. What I say is what I say it, and that's from all my heart for everything what I see and for what I love about our country in the Philippines and our people in the Philippines. That's what I care and I love about, and our president, what he's doing into our country in the Philippines. Most of what I wanted to say was like talking about this idiotic TRALIANES. I mean, going into US and to other places a while ago and talking to the OFWs and all kind of stuff abroad, and then thinking, I don't know what he's thinking and he's trying to do, and convincing the OFWs around the world to be against our president. Which we can see this idiotic TRALIANES, I mean, is just trying to make problem in our country and in everything else. So I really don't know what this TRALIANES is trying to achieve, and he thinks he's gonna achieve going around the world, or like he has been in US and he was been in some other countries, talking to some OFWs and saying a lot of shit about our president and what he's doing and whatever he has as information, and we're not as well as informed as he is. This idiotic TRALIANES, for you are a stupid idiot. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even have the answers when people ask you questions. You don't have no answers for it. You don't know how to answer. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. And you want to accuse something. You want to put our president in trouble. You want people to dislike our president. But, nothing you're going to say is going to change a lot of people's views, a lot of people's minds, how we feel about our president and what he's been doing to our country since he's been in power. Well, not as, I'm not going to say as power, but as a president, because it's very clear in the time he has been in this place as a president of the Philippines. It has been awesome and it has been wonderful, because apart from idiotic people trying to sabotage his way of things and all kind of stuff, is ridiculous, like TRALIANES and some others. All I wanted to say to our people, to our Filipino people, please just don't see and listen to this kind of people of TRALIANES and some others making problem against our president. And all this kind of extra killings, all this kind of stuff like that. Just please try to understand our president is doing all his best. He's only one man and he has a big, huge country. Our country in the Philippines is huge. It's not a small country for him to manage. And then for him to be against so many, and he's only one person who has to fight everything. So please, for our hearts and our Filipino people, try to see it a way of what our president is doing to our country. Isn't it better now than ever before? Did any other corruption people like presidents and anything care about anybody in our country? No. But look what our president is doing. Free schools, also free hospitals for our people. He's making homes for people who lose their houses and rehome them and all kind of stuff. And so, so many things to do, but it's so much for us to do in our country, and our president is doing it. Give him time. What I was just seeing this idiotic TRALIANES talking about, now you guys see it this way, the Duterte is like this, like that, but I have a lot of evidence, like, bad evidence against our president, and you might change your mind in a few years. What to me? Why are we going to change our mind in a few years? In what? I hope in a few years you're not even around, or even next year you might not even be around. You might be somewhere else where Lala Dalame is, or somewhere else 6 foot under somewhere. Because you're talking a lot of shit, and what you're doing, you and some others, making problem to our country. This has to stop. Let our president doing his work. Let our president do what he's supposed to be doing, and what he's doing actually, because he has been doing really great. So, people just seeing everything bad, or everything what you hear in news, everything what you see it, everything bad things against our president. Everything is all the time bad. All this, all that. Extra killings and killing this and killing that. The PSP done this, or the PNP done that, or the drug dealers this and that. But if we have a lot of evidence, it's nothing about extra killings. It's nothing about anything else except drug dealers killing drug dealers. And people who doesn't dislike someone else, which is contracted and hired from others to kill. And I was watching this interview for this woman and the husband. The husband, who was already into killing, and then he brought in the wife to get closer to someone to shoot him in the head and everything like that. So all this is all over the world. It's not only in our country. Our country is really bad, but it's getting better. In time, technology and other things is getting updated. Computers, and what we need a lot, things like that, is in our country, everything by computers, and most of a lot of things over there which we need. And if we have cameras everywhere, like in streets and all that stuff, like we do over here in UK, and plus it's not only just that, also we need police. We need much more police in our streets, not just day policemen we see in the streets. We need to see much more police walking our streets in Manila and everywhere else, day and night. We need more lighting in some places and some roads, which we need more lights on those kind of roads for police to be able to patrol. And also we should be able to stop and search like we do most of everywhere around the world. So, but all this takes time to put it in place. All this takes time to, recruit more police and to recruit more everything else, isn't it? Also, everything costs money, but budgeting and the things our president bringing into our country as business from everywhere, we will be okay in a few years' time. Philippines is really going up in the world. It's not one of those poor countries like people saying the Philippines is poor country. Philippines is not poor country. It never has been a poor country, because for what we have in the Philippines, not even UK has it. Not even USA has a lot like we have in the Philippines. It only has been calling Philippines as poor because the previous people and presidents who used to be there, they are the ones who used to be making our people bad, making our country bad. Because they never care about our people, they never care about our country except their own pockets. And that's what they've been doing it. Our president is different. He doesn't care about his own pocket. He cares about our country, our people, and where our country is supposed to be. Because our country is very rich in a lot of things, and we can make it, and our country is going to get better than anything else, which it is already, and it has been for so many years. It's only the government used to run it before, made it so bad, and make it like our country in the Philippines, they are poor, like this, like this, like that. Why? It's no work. Who creates work? Who creates this and that? The government can do that. If they manage business properly, if they put our people, Filipinos, to work, not other people from other countries. We have enough people in our country to work, like China does. China use their own people to work. Their own Chinese. They don't bring any foreigners. They don't bring anybody to work in their country. They have a lot of people. China has so much people there. They use their own people to work. And we also should do that, as whatever we use our own people to work in our country, which we have so many people which want to work. And this comes also from TRALIANES and all kind of stuff, making all this kind of scandals around the world, around the people, convincing people our president is bad, our president is this, our president is corrupted, our president like this, like that. Come on. This TRALIANES is a stupid, idiotic. Whoever follows this TRALIANES and some other senators who's against our president, they are stupid idiots. I'm not even gonna go worse than stupid idiots. They just brainwash, or they don't understand anything, or they don't see anything in the front of their faces. What this TRALIANES and some others doing. The only thing is, a while ago, if everybody remember, and then our president mentioned it, TRALIANES sold out our country to China, because when he was a senator, and he was still a senator or whatever, he went to China many times and selling out information from Philippines. And just, this is only from China, as far as we know. What about other places like US and everything? Who's been passing a lot of information to US? And who's been passing information to everyone else? We have TRALIANES, we had some other senators, which used to be corrupted. TRALIANES becomes a senator how? Through corruption. Laila Dalemi was not a senator before. How she become to grow? Through drugs, through money of drugs, through corruption. That's how she become to grow. And she's where? She used to be a little bit power. She used to have a little bit power and people around it. Why? Because of the drug money and corruption. Her, policemen, and some others. When you have power in our country, if you have like that, you can do anything you want. But now, there's a new cowboy in town, as we say. He's a new cowboy in town. His name is Mr. How do we say his name? Rodrigo Roja Duterte. So he's one of the new cowboys in the Philippines. And we love him for everything what he's doing. And I hope our president still continue what he's doing. And I hope God gives him longer life and longer power in our president, because I don't see nobody else, taking over from him, which will be better than our President Duterte. Does any of us in the Philippines thinks anyone you would like to be as a president or to take over from our President Duterte? Who would you think in the Philippines you'll be a better president than our President Duterte is right now? Can anybody say to me who would be better than our President Duterte in the Philippines right now? Who would you like to be the next president in the Philippines? I don't see nobody else to step up the way, the passion, the love and care our President Duterte has for our people, our country, in everything else what he's doing. People, we have to see what we have over here. Some people, they try to make bad things about our president. But please remember, people's trying to sabotage our president is the people who has been in corruption before, into corrupted, and now they cannot do nothing about corruption, because if they do, they will be messed up or killed, whatever it will be to them. And they are afraid. So they're trying to smash our president somewhere with badness and saying this, saying that, he done this, he done that, because they want to take control. Just imagine TRALIANES gets his way. What do you think is going to happen into our country? We'll go back to the same hole, back to the same shit. Do you think this will continue if our President Duterte is not in power? You will go back to the same thing as it has been before. Corruption government, corruption senators, corruption police, and goes back to the same shit as what we used to. Do we want to go back where we used to be? I don't think so. So we look into future. And that's why our president is there, because our people in the Philippines voted for our president and believe in him and, in trust in him. So some percentages, like a lot of percentage, they say is not trusting our president now. Please consider, because what you guys thinking, you don't trust him for what kind of reasons? Because you are brainwashed through other people, like these stupid idiotic TRALIANES and someone else. Please, people, think about it. And the only president after our President Duterte, and I'm happy and I love and care for, and I see the passion and what he says, everything and correct, and he beat the TRALIANES and slapped TRALIANES so many times, is Senator Allen. And he is the one to be again one day. Senator Allen, you'll be president of our country in the Philippines, because Senator Allen, he's beside our president, and he cares and loves also the same as we love our country in the Philippines. And the only president, I will say right now, after our president in the Philippines, Mr. Duterte, and I hope he stays longer and lives longer, and he has always been the president until his last day, God will give it to him, you'll be Senator Allen. For now, Duterte power, always let's support our president Duterte, do the right thing. Don't think and don't fall for brainwashes for TRALIANES going around these OFWs around the world and convince them to change our minds and go against our president. Because any OFWs goes back to home to the Philippines, you'll see a lot of changes and how our country is much better now than ever before. The 30 power, also support our president. We love you, Tatay, and continue doing what you're doing. Love and peace, and maraming salamat po. And share my video if you like. That would be great if you pass it through. I don't do editing, like I said. This is my passion. This is what I love. I work and I do what I can. But this is my voice and for our people. Don't change for anybody else who gives a lot of shit. See in the front of your eyes what it is right there and what our president is doing. And then some others going around and saying this and that about our president. A lot of things can happen. It's not only there it happens everywhere around the world. People can get killed, people can get shot, and accidents can happen. But don't follow some shit from TRALIANES and some other people. Do support our President Duterte and see what he's doing to our country. Duterte power. Maraming salamat po, and see you next time. Peace for everyone. Bye.